Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first episode of our brand new show, Super Beard Brothers. My name is Gerard Khalil and my partner in crime, Alex Fasciani.
Hey!
Today, guys, we're going to be playing one of our favorite games.
Oh, gosh.
I feel like if anyone's ever played a video game before, this is one of the games to play.
This is like a classic, like, our age childhood favorite.
Right. Now, for those of you guys watching this show for the first time, this is the first episode, obviously. This is a little different than your traditional Let's Play. We're doing more of a behind-the-scenes DVD commentary about the game.
We're gonna try and gain some insight from what we say. We're gonna try and keep it
more educational,
yeah.
And while we play the game, so you're really gonna learn more like trivia and personal experiences we've had with the game, and
yeah, we do a little bit of research up front and talk about stuff that we found that seems like it might be interesting to you guys.
Exactly,
it's gonna be great.
It's gonna be a good time. So starting out, this is the Sonic 3 and Knuckles pack. Yeah. So it's not just Sonic 3. We can choose between Sonic and Tails, Knucks, Tails only, or Sonic only. For the classicness of it, I think we're just gonna go straight up.
Sonic.
Should we do no save? No, I'm not that scary. No way.
Let's do this.
We gotta keep going. All right, here we go.
So right off the bat, let's talk about a couple things. Number one, this is a platformer where you can save your progress.
One of the first ones you can, for Sonic series.
Yeah, which is a huge deal. We
also have to note too that this actually takes place right after Sonic 2. Immediately.
They fly away on the plane, and then here they are on the plane.
In Angel Island.
Mm-hmm. There's also the first appearance of Knuckles, who after this game became as popular as Sonic and Tails.
Yeah, everyone wanted to be that guy.
Yeah, I think it's as cool. I think it's like the suggestion of dreads,
right?
That he has going for him.
Alrighty, so here we go. Bonus areas. This is amazing. I love this. These are the fun little.
Such a fun type of stage, and also another amazing thing about this is. You may know that Knuckles, Sonic and Knuckles has like a port on the top of it.
Yeah.
And if you put any game on top of it, it randomly generates a bonus level for you to play out of the interaction between that game and the code of Sonic and Knuckles.
Yeah, it's like any other game that's not a Sonic game, because it's like this for Sonic 2 and Sonic 3 only, whereas if you put Sonic 1 or any other game in there, it doesn't want to work.
Gives you that classic no way screen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great song, by the way.
Oh yeah, great. Love that song.
Yeah. So another thing while we're doing this that we can talk about.
Well, for those of you guys who don't know what I'm doing, I'm right now doing the bonus stage. Collecting the 7 Chaos Emeralds. Yeah. In this section, you do a little 3D Mode 7 kind of approach. It's get all the blue spheres, and if you get all the blue spheres, you get the Chaos Emeralds. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm getting my first of the 7. Yeah,
it's pretty interesting, at least talking about Sonic versus Mario, how there's sort of a benefit to the collectibles in this game.
Yeah.
Where in Mario... at least in Super Mario World, which is the main competitor with Sonic 3.
Right.
At least in my brain.
Yeah.
There's not really anything like this where you can kind of activate a God mode after
after collecting a couple coins. Really, I mean, becoming Super Sonic was one of the coolest things about Sonic in general.
Mm-hmm. The speed of the game is obviously faster than Mario in a lot of cases, but also just the ability to be Super Sonic. Probably in the third world is probably where we're gonna hit it, right?
Yeah, probably. Maybe even the second world, depending on how well I do.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, another thing I want to talk about, as far as the Super Beard Brothers manifesto, is that we're not gonna try you're the completionist.
Yeah.
But there's a reason this show is not called The Completionist.
Exactly.
And that's just because we're gonna play through this game at a leisurely pace, have fun with it, and it's gonna be more like you're hanging out with us and playing the game than we're gonna be trying to find everything.
Unless I really want to, just because it's how I am as a person.
Or there's something specific that we want to talk about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As an example or something like that.
So originally, Sonic 3 and Sonic & Knuckles were conceived of as one game.
One cartridge.
Yeah.
But they ran out of time.
They ran out of time, they ran out of money, and so they had 2 separate teams working on both games at once. And they came out as companion games that fit together rather than being one whole game.
Right.
And that's
Which, to me, like, I think that's just the fact that you have two separate cartridges that, like, link in together. It's like almost having your own video game transformer in a way of just, like, this awesome concoction resting on your, you know...
Yeah, certainly a great, like, marketing thing. And plus, Sonic & Knuckles does not save on its own.
That's right, because there's no selection. There's no really...
Unless you're playing Sonic 3 and Knuckles.
Exactly.
Which is, like, very crazy, but also, like, kind of a neat little, like... It's like, buy this game and the other game, or you don't get the complete experience. It's not quite like Pokemon, where it's like, they're basically the same. This is a situation where...
You need to have both of them to experience it.
To get the full
experience. And I honestly, I think that the combination of the two really just makes it that much more connective for me. Just, you know, you feel like one big game, and this is we're talking about the Genesis, you know. We're not talking about Gears of War or any of those games where it lasts a long time or has that like that edgy story gameplay feel. It's just like this is
a platforming
classic,
like epic even.
Yeah,
it's so long and like just so good. I remember when I was a kid, I had both, but my cousin, he'd come over and hang out, but he only ever had Sonic 3 at first.
Yeah. And
so, like, he'd be, like, amped because he'd get to play his Sonic 3 and Knuckles file, you know, and just, like, that was, like, super exciting for him.
I'm not trying to boast or anything, but I refuse to die in this bonus level right now.
All right, well,
I'm just like...
I'm glad that you're doing it. It's giving us a lot of time to just give
the feel of the show.
Yeah.
Let's talk a little about the music and a little bit of the controversy behind that. So now, has it been confirmed? I mean, I feel like it's been alluded to.
Well, okay. Let me give you the background, and then I'll tell you like what's happened since people like have talked about this.
Okay.
Over the years, people have been playing this game, and they've been realizing that there's some similarities between some of the music in this game and some music by Michael Jackson. And most notably, there's like a sample from Jam in the casino world. Zone. Sorry, this is not Mario. This is Zone. And there's a sample in there that's straight off the song Jam by Michael Jackson, and then the credit song also sounds a lot like Stranger in Moscow, which is another Michael Jackson song. And from that, like a sort of like urban legend started that Michael Jackson at one point maybe had something to do with the soundtrack of this game.
Yeah.
So for a while it was just a rumor, and then when he died in 2009 now, gosh, wow.
Was it that long ago?
Yeah, he died in 2009, and when that happened, they actually, one of the producers of the game, or somebody from Sega, I don't remember exactly, but you can look it up.
Yeah.
Came out and said straight up, like, yeah, he was involved, and what they said was that they ran out of money or he was taking too long or something. But a lot of people think that it might have just been because of the child molestation charges.
Yeah, because back in the day, he was like getting called.
That they kind of
like every few moments.
Yeah, and so he, for whatever reason, became uninvolved, and then they said they replaced all his music, but a lot of this music is still in the game that sounds a buttload like Michael Jackson songs, and in later like releases of this game, like in different collections and stuff,
they change it.
They change a bunch of music.
It's weird. It's generic usage of
like MIDI weird songs.
And you know, it's funny kind of going back and watching, you know, TV shows like side tangent. Dawson's Creed on Netflix does not have the do 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 do. It has like this random generic thing, and it's like everyone knows that's the Dawson's Creed song.
Yeah.
But like Creed. Nah, I'm sorry.
Dawson's Creed.
Dawson's Creed. What if Assassin's Creed was like that? I was all about the adventure of...
It would be an utter failure. And
it would. I think, no, wouldn't it be awesome to like hunt down people like from boats?
Yeah.
Like just in modern day times?
Yeah.
Like, screw Pacey, I'm gonna go assassinate you from...
I'm surprised that you know this much about Dawson's Creed.
Hey, when you're the youngest of 5 siblings, like, that's just...
I get
well,
you.
5 siblings, 1 TV. Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. It's not... Aw, damn it, I should've got it. I'm gonna try and get that.
Now, let's talk for a second about Sonic 3 versus Sonic 2 and, like, what this game... How really amazing this game was when it came
in comparison?
out. I mean, this game came out in, what, 1994? And
3 or 4, yeah.
Yeah, and when did Super Mario World come
Hold
out?
on, I gotta quickly just beat this boss.
Oh, wow, dude, that must have been tough. Oh,
No!
Oh, look at that.
Got the water one. I wasn't trying to do that, oh well.
Anyway, Sonic 3 came out in like 94. Very, very much like a lot of pressure on Sega to do something that was competitive with Mario World.
Yeah.
Which I think at that time was pretty much the best.
We had at this point.
The best. And so in this game, they come out straight out of the gate like, you know, we got to do something even prettier. And so in the first level, they do like this beautiful beach, like jungle beach
Angel
level.
Island, man.
And then straight after that, the whole thing catches on fire.
Yeah.
And then there's like a bunch of different types of force fields.
That's right. You got power-ups for the first time in a Sonic game.
Yeah.
You got fire
Well,
shield,
not
water
the first
shield.
time, but
Well, one of the, like, I would say not the first time, but one of like the common practices of a Sonic game, like almost like, you know, with Mario, you had the staple of the fire flower.
the fire flower and the mushroom, and that's about it, really.
Yeah, and then eventually, you know, the shields became common. Like, this is what set the standard for future Sonic games. You know, Sonic Adventure 2, even, I think they do it in Sonic 06 and Generations.
I don't ever want to talk about Sonic 06.
We're not. We're tapping the subject.
Okay, it's just
A
it hurt,
love tap.
It
A
hurt.
love tap.
It hurt me.
It hurt all of us. Yeah. Anyways, let's not get too depressed. Yeah.
Yeah, and so this game is just so colorful, and there's so many little like extra features, and like I said, you really get rewarded for like, you know, putting in the extra effort to like complete the game and get the emeralds.
Yeah, because they don't really say. I mean, these emeralds are really not a necessity to beat the game.
Yeah.
But in my opinion, they make the experience that much more.
Oh, but they totally roast you at the end if you don't get them. When you beat this game without all the emeralds, the like last thing you see is like Robotnik and Knuckles like pretty much giving you, yeah, they're like giving you the middle finger. It just says try again, and they're like juggling the ones you didn't get.
Is that really a thing?
Yeah, that's real.
I guess I've never experienced it.
Yeah,
so.
yeah,
And I feel like I wouldn't want to.
yeah. And so yeah, that's part of this.
Yeah, well, okay, we had to talk about the multiplayer, which we won't do this episode. We'll do another episode with you just kind of chiming in. I mean, this had like a secret multiplayer kind of thing, which I'm sure everyone knows about.
Tails.
But it's great. I mean, if I ever got stuck anywhere, you know, or if my brother was playing and I needed to help him, picking up the second controller was fantastic because I could just jump right in and boom, I could start helping out. And even though I didn't do anything and I died every 2 seconds, I felt important.
Yeah.
You know, whoever's playing Sonic could not get to that one unreachable ledge without the use of Tails.
Yeah, and it's funny too, like something like that, like some kind of weird thing where you pick up the controller and all of a sudden you're playing as the other character.
Right.
It seems like a very like Nintendo type of ingenuity
Kind of, yeah.
move, but this is like, and it's like totally not what you think of when you think of Sega nowadays. It's like, wow, what an innovator. But I mean, it really was. This game is really like, there's a lot of innovation going on in this game. Just a very clean, polished experience all around.
Now let me ask you this, Alex, because I'm still hesitant to get ready to enjoy, if you want to call it, that sucked. Enjoy Sonic 4 Episode 1 and 2. Now I played Episode 1 and I've seen gameplay of Episode 2.
Yeah.
But it just doesn't seem like my cup of tea. Like what is the big is Sonic really back in those games? Because I feel like,
in my opinion, as a Sonic lover of old, I'd say that Sonic 4 was like a good effort. You know, what it represents for me is like the people who are responsible for making Sonic being like, okay, we're gonna like try and do something good for
bring
you
him
guys.
back to his roots.
We're gonna try and do something good for you guys now.
Yeah.
And Sonic 4 Episode 1 is way too short to have been released. But it's almost there. The physics are very weird, but the graphics are acceptable, even though they're a little bit weird. And it's just it's like almost like a promise that something better is coming. 2 is much better than 1. But you also have Sonic Generations, which came out, which in my opinion is the next great Sonic game.
Yeah, Generations is it's nostalgic, but it's very notable to what we all grew up with, and also, you know,
it makes
I feel like
it makes Sonic like the play of like Sonic 3 and the gameplay of like Sonic Adventure feel like they are connected somehow.
Yeah.
In a much better way than anything else did. And I think that that is the strength of it. Is
Yeah.
that you're like, wow, it's Sonic. Like, everything is Sonic. Like, it's still Sonic.
I hate this part.
You got it. You got it, baby.
that part.
You got it, baby.
Sorry I swore, guys.
It's okay.
I'm sure whoever's editing this will get rid of it.
But yeah, I mean, seriously, like, there is some credit due to Sonic. He's not just like a joke. People, you know, sometimes forget how great. Like, remember when there was only 3 really great Sonic games and no mess-ups?
Yeah.
Think about how great of a franchise that was at that time. And you know, playing through this now, you know, I hope somebody watching this can really see that. I mean, I know there's a lot of Sonic fans, but
Yeah.
I feel like he doesn't get enough credit.
Well, you know, it's because we had games like Sonic 06, we had games like Sonic Unleashed. Colors wasn't bad.
Colors is pretty fun.
Yeah, Sonic and the Secret Rings,
And
Sonic and the Black Knight. Those 2 games, I understand what they were going for with the whole, you know, we're going for the storybook approach, and I actually kind of dug the concept. But the problem is that
Not a good game.
no, you were forced to go forward the entire time,
Yeah.
and you were just kind of stuck in this weird rut of like an awful experience.
Yeah, the Sonic like mantra is levels that don't just that there's not just one solution to.
Right. And that was the big problem with those games, is that they were really heavy on the you have no other option to explore. And if you
Absolutely.
wanted to stop and explore, it wasn't going to happen. You were stuck. You had no other option but to go forward. So, I mean, we've already made some pretty great progress on this first Angel Island area. We've got 4 out of 4 Chaos Emeralds thus far. 3 more, and we've got enough for Super Sonic, which will make this playthrough of this game much faster. Hopefully we can dive more into kind of the dynamicness of Knuckles and what the hell an echidna is.
It's almost exactly like a hedgehog, except
Yeah.
for some reason in this he's like a
He's just so cool looking,
like
though.
a dreadlock having, weird glove wearing, smug bastard.
He does come off as evil in this game, but this is the one game in the franchise, in the series.
Well, you find out that it's because Dr. Robotnik was lying to him about what the deal
Yeah,
was.
you find out via minimal hand acting.
Yeah.
and just kind of guessing as to what the problem is.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm wasting a lot of time here just by trying to survive. Like,
I
do people at home really want to see me live this long doing this?
don't know. It's a very, very bizarre.
No!
Oh, you got messed up.
And watch him hit the red one. Oh, so close.
I'm glad.
All right, I gotta make my money back.
Don't die now.
No, I'm good. I'm making it back. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna make it back.
In any case, I was going to talk about one other thing. There is another composer whose name is tied to the Sonic canon, and that is Masato Nakamura, and he did the music for the first 2 games,
Oh, okay.
which is great. You know,
Yeah.
it's great music. But I think the reason they tried to call in Michael Jackson in the first place was that Masato Nakamura, number one, asked for more money.
Oh, wow.
Because he was like, I'm great, and the music is great, and you know it, so pay me. Which, like, you know, whatever.
Paying you my money. It's very important.
Yeah, who's gonna blame him? But
Yeah.
he also wanted like
Oh, that was epic.
rights to the music if it gets used in other games and stuff. Because he
Oh,
was
wow.
seeing like, oh, this is gonna be like,
He knows that Sonic's coming back in later franchises.
yeah. And so, you know, that's what he said, and they were like, nope.
And ironically enough, like, Sonic Generations was like all about celebrating Sonic, and you had like all of the rights of those games.
Yeah, he was right.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was right, but it's just like, so funny.
As a kid, do you remember the moment of seeing this plane and not knowing how to react?
Yeah, I do.
I mean, the secret of just running forward the whole time took care of itself, but I guarantee you were just like, okay, no, okay.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's just like you just automatically,
Yeah.
you didn't know any better. How were you supposed to know?
I can't believe that those tiny little propellers are carrying that giant airship.
Right.
God, look at the graphics in this game versus like think about Mario and then this. It's like 3 years apart.
And the Mode 7 style approach.
Oh, I love when that happens. Oh,
That Tails, I think, just won the fight for me.
there's a great video online.
I didn't even do this fight.
There's a great video online somewhere of somebody like in debug mode with Tails, and then just like spawning like torture traps for Tails to be in and stuff. Pretty great stuff.
Alrighty, well, this was our first Let's Play of our show of Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Guys, thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, I hope you like Super Beard Brothers.
Yeah, we got a lot more planned. We got Wild Arms coming at you next. Star Fox
love Wild
64.
Arms. Yeah.
But when you come back next week, we've got this level right here. One of my favorites in Sonic, the Sonic lore, Sonic franchise, Sonic.
Sonic.
Sonic. All right, guys. We'll see you next time.
Bye.